Hello and welcome back to the games of the 23rd Olympiad, Tokyo 2020, as of 2 a.m. Japan Standard Time, July 29th. The United States remains in the lead. China takes the 2 slot still, and Russia takes over Japan for that 3 slot. However, it is notable that Russia's number of gold medals is relatively low compared to the other top 4 teams, so they could be passed pretty easily back again by Japan. Similarly, for Italy, only one gold medal. They're the only one in the top 12 to have just one gold medal, so they can be passed really easily. But as it stands now, because of their great number of silver and bronze on par with that of China, they are continuing to hold a top 10 position. Germany and the Netherlands, maybe that is what it was. Maybe it was Italy. I don't know. 2 more countries got added to the top 10. Canada and France dropped out of the top 10 to that 11-12 slot now. And we had some shake-up here as well. Georgia joins the top 20, and Romania rejoins the top 20. So we're still, of course, watching these teams. Potentially they can make it up to the top 10 before it's all said and done. As for the water sports, we do see that the synchronized diving off the springboard led China and United States to another gold and silver respectively, as well as Germany getting its second bronze in synchronized diving. Freestyle swimming, I updated all of the things throughout here to include Olympic and world records, as I hadn't been updating that every single update. Katie Ledecky taking the USA to a gold medal in the 1500 freestyle, as well as another silver medal for the United States. Once again, going 1-2 in swimming. Always good to see that. Katie Ledecky set a Olympic record in the heats. As for stroke swimming, again, if you see an Olympic record or a world record on something that has not been completed yet, it's because that record was set in the heats. As we can see in the women's 100 breaststroke, the South African athlete set an Olympic record in the heats and proceeded to not, of course, set it in the finals and come in second. As we see in the men's 200 butterfly, Japan, Hungary, and Italy all taking home a medal, an Olympic record set there as well. As for the relays, we had the men's 4x2 last night. Great Britain, Russia, and Australia taking home those medals. And then Japan taking home another gold in the women's IM, and US coming in 2-3 once again in the women's individual medleys. So that's how that's going so far. It's going Japan, US. For the women's IM, we have the men's IM tomorrow night. We also have the women's 4x2 overnight tonight. So that'll be fun to watch. As for nothing's updated on the surfing page because there hasn't been anything more. However, volleyball and water polo are coming up towards the end of the Olympics. We're going to have to wait about a week for that slide to change. As for rowing, we see world and Olympic records galore here as we finally have updates from the first 6 events in. We see 2 world records, 2 world bests is what they call it, not world records, 4 Olympic bests here in the completed events, and 4 more world bests in the heats that have occurred already. We see the Netherlands doing very well, Australia doing very well, and those are the big countries here so far in rowing as of today. Again, 4 more events occurring tonight. Sailing we'll have in a couple nights as well. Canoeing we'll have another event tonight. Kayaking the night after tonight we'll have another update on that. As for the endurance sports, again, track and field hasn't started yet, but will be starting soon. We'll have some of those relays beginning the night after tomorrow. We'll also have the mixed, both men and women together in the triathlon here in a few nights. And as well as, again, some of the track and field events starting to head into the final phases of their their sport, I guess. We will have BMX racing cycling here in a couple nights as well. Tonight seems to be a pretty calm night as it is. We also see Olympic records here in archery. South Korea taking home 2 Olympic records as well as their 3 gold medals so far. And so overall, pretty good. China taking home, I believe, 2 gold medals between all the shooting events so far. Several Olympic records set in the air rifle and shotgun so far. So lots of progress has been made. As for fencing, we did have the Team Saber last night. South Korea, Italy, and Hungary taking home those 3 medals right there. Again, Taekwondo's finished, as well as men's judo making its way towards being finished. Same with, of course, women's judo. We see Japan finally not getting a gold, in fact, getting no medals in the middleweight men's category. That's notable because they got the first 4 medals in the first 4 weight classes for gold. Georgia taking home their 3rd medal, and no doubt this judo is how Georgia is getting into the top 20. Of course, a gold and 2 silvers just here on this slide alone. Moving on to women's judo, I do think that was a new event there at the bottom. The middleweight 70 kilogram women's event, Japan taking home another gold in judo. No surprise there. Again, some more events coming our way here soon. Karate, we still got another week or so until that happens. Boxing, we're going to have to wait a little bit on. Wrestling will be happening in about half a week, and we'll keep an eye on that. Several Olympic records set in women's weightlifting, and so that'll continue on. World record set in men's weightlifting last night at 364 between the 2 weightlifting events. Both each of those individually, I'm not sure if they were world records, but they were definitely Olympic records, and the sum total was a world record. Again, China taking home that gold medal there. As for men's gymnastics, individual all-around happened last night. Japan took home a gold, and China a silver, Russia a bronze medal there in the men's all-around. Women's all-around will happen tonight, the individual version of that, so we'll certainly be keeping an eye on that. As for the ground sports, we will have some table tennis coming in tonight, women's singles table tennis. So that's interesting. And then we have badminton here in a couple nights as well. The equestrian individual dressage took 2 medals home for Germany, both gold and silver. Great Britain taking home another bronze in the equestrian events so far. As for basketball, that happened last night. Russia taking home a silver medal in both men's and women's 3x3 basketball. Where we have Latvia and the United States taking home the gold. United States women's team with that gold medal. Serbia and China taking home those bronze medals. Rugby sevens occurred last night, the finals for the men's group. Fiji taking home gold, New Zealand with silver, and Argentina with bronze. Kind of odd we have all Southern Hemisphere teams on that, given that not much of the population lives in the Southern Hemisphere. Anyways, guys, these are our top 10 teams as it stands right now. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.